Hello all, we are back with another video from Mars. Mars is a planet of vast contrasts, huge volcanoes, deep canyons, and craters that may or may not host running water. It will be an amazing location for future tourists to explore once we put the first red planet colonies into motion. The landing sites for these future missions will likely need to be flat plains for safety and practical reasons, but perhaps they could land within a few days' drive of some more interesting geology. Here are some locations that future Martians could visit. Olympus Mons. Olympus Mons is the most extreme volcano in the solar system. Located in the Tharsis volcanic region, it's about the same size as the state of Arizona, according to NASA. Its height of 16 miles or 25 kilometers makes it nearly 3 times the height of Earth's mountain, Everest, which is about 5.5 miles or 8.9 kilometers high. It's 3 times as tall as Mountain Everest and can comfortably fit all the volcanoes in Hawaii. Olympus Mons is a gigantic shield volcano, which was formed after lava slowly crawled down its slopes. This means that the mountain is probably easy for future explorers to climb, as its average slope is only 5%. At its summit is a spectacular depression some 53 miles wide, formed by magma chambers that lost lava, likely during an eruption, and collapsed. Tharsis volcanoes. While you're climbing around Olympus Mons, it's worth sticking around to look at some of the other volcanoes in the Tharsis region. Tharsis hosts 12 gigantic volcanoes in a zone roughly 2,500 miles, 4,000 kilometers, wide, according to NASA. Like Olympus Mons, these volcanoes tend to be much larger than those on Earth, presumably because Mars has a weaker gravitational pull that allows the volcanoes to grow taller. These volcanoes may have erupted for as long as 2 billion years, or half of the history of Mars. The Tharsis Bulge encompasses the most intensely and most recently active volcanic region of the planet. Each Tharsis Montes volcano is 350 to 400 kilometers in diameter and about 17 kilometers above the surrounding plain. The volcanoes are about 700 kilometers apart and appear to be above a major northeast trending fracture zone along the bulge, now buried by volcanic deposits. Valles Marineris. Mars not only hosts the largest volcano of the solar system, but also the largest canyon. Valles Marineris is roughly 1,850 miles, 3,000 kilometers long, according to NASA. That's about 4 times longer than the Grand Canyon, which is a length of about 500 miles, 800 kilometers. It's the largest canyon in the solar system, running the length of New York to Los Angeles, and plunging 4 times as deep as the Grand Canyon. Researchers aren't sure how Valles Marineris came to be, but there are several theories about its formation. Many scientists suggest that when the Tharsis region was formed, it contributed to the growth of Valles Marineris. Lava moving through the volcanic region pushed the crust upward, which broke the crust into fractures in other regions. Over time, these fractures grew into Valles Marineris. The North and South Poles. Mars has 2 icy regions at its poles, with slightly different compositions. The North Pole was studied up close by the Phoenix lander in 2008, while our South Pole observations come from orbiters. During the winter, according to NASA, temperatures near both the North and South Poles are so frigid that carbon dioxide condenses out of the atmosphere into ice on the surface. The process reverses in the summer, when the carbon dioxide sublimates back into the atmosphere. The carbon dioxide completely disappears in the northern hemisphere, leaving behind a water ice cap. But some of the carbon dioxide ice remains in the southern atmosphere. All of this ice movement has vast effects on the Martian climate, producing winds and other effects. Gale Crater and Mount Sharp, Olympus Mons. Made famous by the landing of the Curiosity rover in 2012, Gale Crater is host to extensive evidence of past water. Curiosity stumbled upon a streambed within weeks of landing and found more extensive evidence of water throughout its journey along the crater floor. Curiosity is now summiting a nearby volcano called Mount Sharp, Olympus Mons, and looking at the geological features in each of its strata. One of Curiosity's more exciting finds was discovering complex organic molecules in the region on multiple occasions. Results from 2018 announced these organics were discovered inside of 3.5 billion-year-old rocks. Simultaneous to the organics results, researchers announced the rover also found methane concentrations in the atmosphere change over the seasons. Methane is an element that can be produced by microbes, as well as geological phenomena. So it's unclear if that's a sign of life. While that's a promising discovery, we still have much to learn about this fascinating world, like whether life once existed in those ancient lakes, or if it still exists today, possibly somewhere underground. But perhaps the biggest question of all, could human life survive here? Maybe in the future, we won't have to imagine our Martian vacation. That's all for now. Hope you loved it. Please like and share this video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel.